Bees, tiny creatures with an outsized impact. They pollinate over 75% of the world's food crops. Without them, global agriculture could collapse. But there's a problem. Bee populations are vanishing fast. So why is this happening? Let's explore the alarming truth behind the decline of bees worldwide, and why it matters more than most people realize. Bees aren't just about honey. They're nature's master pollinators. From apples and almonds to tomatoes and coffee, bees ensure these crops grow. They help maintain biodiversity. They support food security for billions. Without bees, much of the food chain breaks down. Over the past few decades, bee populations have been dropping. In the US alone, beekeepers lost nearly 50% of colonies in just 1 year. Europe, Asia, and South America report similar trends. But why? What's killing off the bees? One major culprit, pesticides. Especially neonicotinoids. These chemicals disorient bees. They affect their memory, movement, and ability to return to the hive. Even in small doses, these pesticides are lethal over time. Bees become sluggish, confused, and ultimately die. Urbanization is eating up bee habitats. Fewer flowers, fewer nesting spaces, less biodiversity. Monoculture farming wipes out wildflowers bees need to survive. Paved surfaces leave no room for native plants. It's a floral desert for pollinators. Warmer temperatures confuse bees' internal clocks. They emerge too early or too late for the blooming season. Unseasonal storms and droughts destroy floral food sources. Changing weather also expands parasites and diseases, which brings us to the next threat, varroa destructor, a parasitic mite that's devastated bee populations worldwide. It feeds on bee larvae and spreads deadly viruses. Once infected, colonies collapse within weeks. And fighting these parasites? It's not easy and it's not cheap. Modern farming focuses on yield, not diversity. Bees feeding on monoculture crops get poor nutrition. It's like living on junk food every day. Weak bees are more vulnerable to disease and stress. Nutrition is the foundation of bee immunity, and we're failing them. Beekeeping is now industrialized. Colonies are transported across thousands of miles to pollinate crops. This constant travel causes stress, exposure to chemicals, increased spread of diseases between hive, and the exhaustion of bees from unnatural workloads, a controversial theory. Some scientists suggest EMF radiation from cell towers may disorient bees. Though not fully proven, it raises concerns. Bees use Earth's magnetic field to navigate. Interference may affect their ability to return home. The economic value of pollination? Over 200 billion globally per year. Without bees, we lose more than food. We lose jobs, we lose industries, and we lose ecological balance. The ripple effects could be catastrophic. Bees don't just pollinate crops. They pollinate wild plants too. These plants feed birds, mammals, and insects. Without bees, entire ecosystems unravel. Species that depend on those plants begin to disappear. It's a silent collapse. Some countries have started banning harmful pesticides. Urban beekeeping is on the rise. Wildflower corridors are being planted. There's hope. But is it enough? Only if action becomes widespread and consistent. Plant bee-friendly flowers. Avoid chemical pesticides in your yard. Support local beekeepers. Buy organic when possible. Spread awareness. Even small actions make a big impact. Bees can recognize human faces. They communicate through a waggle dance. A bee visits up to 5,000 flowers in a single day. A hive can produce up to 100 pounds of honey in a year. And all worker bees? They're female. The fate of bees is tied to our own. It's not just an environmental issue. It's about survival, food, jobs, and the planet's health. If the bees go, we may not be far behind. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, share it with someone who cares about our world. Let us know in the comments, what do you think is the biggest threat to bees today? And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an eye-opening story like this one.